forecast for the remainder of the week. The Peoria, Illinois climate summary for this evening as of 4 p.m., September 18th, 2022. Today's high temperature was 88 degrees. The normal high is 78. The record high is 95 degrees, which was set in 1895. Today's low temperature was 66 degrees. The normal low is 55. The record low is 34 degrees, which was set in 1916. 0.14 inches of precipitation fell today, which brings the monthly total to 0.44 inches. The total precipitation for the year now stands at 21.07 inches. Sunset tonight is at 7:03 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:43 a.m. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station WXG71 in Peoria. At 7 p.m. in Peoria, skies are partly cloudy.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another live forecast, or another live stream, I should say, in regard to the severe weather, my friends. We got ourselves a pretty long day ahead of us here for tonight. Not exactly sure how long we are going to be live here for today, but we are going to be doing a little bit of coverage on this event here. Anyways, my friend, hope you all are having a wonderful day here. First of all, I want to go ahead and give a big old shout out to Robert. I just now seen that he has become a Category 1 member, so obviously welcome aboard there, Robert, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciate it. So, let's go ahead and see who is here. We have ourselves Combat Hamster. Robert also saying I'm back to support you, Andrew. Congrats on 6K subs. Well, thank you so much there, Robert. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Let's go ahead and see here. Combat, so obviously Spooky, Nerd saying hello, Stormy saying hi. What's up? Hope you guys are doing good here. It's been a long day for me, actually. Let's see, Hype Beast. We have Nerd, Eli, Spooky. I think I already said some of you guys. Andon, Devin, Self-Care is here. Lillian is here as well. What's up, you guys? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. So I saw that Nerd was asking me if that was a tornado watch, and yes, this is a tornado watch that is in effect here across portions of Iowa and the portions here of northern portions of Missouri into western Illinois. We do have ourselves a tornado watch. Now, this is tornado watch number 536. This will remain in effect here until midnight Central Time for my fellow Eastern Daylight Time followers. This will remain in effect here basically until 1 o'clock in the morning. So once again, for the local area, this will remain until midnight. Once again, like I was saying, across portions here of Iowa, western Illinois, portions here of northern Missouri, this is what we are looking at here in regard to things. So, right off the bat, it does appear that looks like it might be trying to hook here, so we're definitely going to watch out for this. But here's the thing, we are currently watching ourselves a tornado warning that is in effect across portions of Cantrell, portions here of Mount Sterling. We are going to watch this here very, very closely. Let's see, Proxy with $150. Holy crap, Proxy. Not Proxy. Proxy, thank you so much. You did not have to do that. Especially earlier, I saw that you gave us a donation, the 20 and then the 100. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Proxy. That is a huge, huge deal. Thank you absolutely so much. Everyone, please go give a thanks to Proxy for this. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. That's greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and see Crystal Miller saying, hey, Andrew, what's up? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. But, oh, my goodness. So, thank you so much for that, Proxy. But, anyways, but like I was saying, we do have ourselves a tornado warning that is in effect here directly east of Milton. This is in the state of Iowa, right here on the southeastern quadrant. Once again, this is a tornado warning. We are expecting a possibility of a tornado here. So basically, what a tornado warning means is that we are seeing a tornado on the ground, or it's likely or imminent to occur here. So, obviously, these areas here towards, like I said, Mount Sterling, you guys are currently under a tornado warning, in which we do have to watch this. Now, I don't think there's really any good radar coverage around this area. The closest one I do see is the one towards Davenport, which honestly is a little bit iffy in regard to things. So obviously, that's kind of what we're looking at, but we still have a tornado warning for 10 minutes ago. Regardless, we still got to keep an eye on this here. Once again, like I said, Mount Sterling, portions here just west of Bonaparte. I think that's how you pronounce that. And obviously just east here of Milton, right here. Once again, this is in the southeastern quadrant of Iowa. This is in the state of Iowa. And like I was saying, you know, this big old box that you see here, this is indeed a tornado watch that will remain in effect here until midnight local or midnight Central Time. So that's something we got to really watch out here for over the next little bit. As well, like I said, if you guys are following on the Eastern Time, this will remain in effect until 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Depends on what time zone you're in. believe it or not, from the trip I just came from, I was in the central daylight zone. I was actually here. I went down towards Bowling Green, Kentucky. This is where I was. This is kind of right where I'm at, right here in the region there. That's kind of where I'm streaming from, and obviously we had a pretty long trip here today. We just now got back less than an hour ago, and I came straight to my computer and got everything prepared for this live stream because I want to give you guys coverage. I want you guys to be prepared. So, anyways, we have ourselves not 1, not 2, but 3 levels of intensity for today's severe possibilities. We do have an enhanced risk, a severe threat level 3 out of 5. That's a pretty big deal. That's actually a pretty nasty looking hazard. So, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and open up my ping here so I can actually draw on the screen for you. That way I can give you guys some pointers, literally. But anyways, like I was saying, 3 levels of severity. We have ourselves level 1, across the areas here in green, showing a few isolated severe storms are possible. Look out for a few scattered thunderstorms that could indeed be severe. Level 2 out of 5, there's a little bit more of an intensity, a little bit more stronger storms, as well as a little bit more clustered together, meaning maybe a little bit more storms happening, maybe more numerous storms, and maybe potentially a little bit more severe. Now, across the area here in the orange, this is the bullseye. This is what we are looking at. So obviously, this is the region where we got to really watch out here for today. So, with that level 3 out of 5, like I said, across the area in orange, that is our bullseye. That is where we are expecting multiple severe thunderstorms to be a possibility, as well as strong to intense storms being a possibility. Now, there is something I do want to show you that's kind of unfortunate, but hopefully everything goes okay. Now, like I said, don't freak out what you're about to see. I'm just trying to inform you guys of what the National, like I said, obviously what the National Weather Service has put out on this. So, you see this marker. You can see this marker here currently right now across portions of southeastern Iowa, kind of right there where that tornado watch is. This is what we call the significant tornado risk here for today. So, overall percentile of having a tornado is clocking in at a 10% chance. So obviously what that means is we have a 10% chance across all of these areas every 25 miles of seeing a tornado touch down somewhere in the region. Now the bad thing is, let's go and see Lillian with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Saying, man, I thought the severe weather was over. Unfortunately not, but here's the thing. We're moving into second spring here. Obviously as the colder air is starting to approach here from the north, we're starting to get that thermodynamic interaction starting to kick off once again. And obviously with that being said, then things are going to really start kicking off here. But anyways, so in regard to things like I was saying, that big old spiral thing we were just looking at there on the significant tornado risk, that is where the possibility of tornadoes EF2 and higher are possible. They usually only issue this if the environment is favorable of producing pretty destructive storms in regard to pretty destructive tornadoes. So, not saying that's going to happen. They have it there because it's possible. It could happen. So like I was saying, obviously the biggest area we're concerned about possible tornado activity is across portions here of southeastern Iowa, portions of northeastern, very, very small sliver here, just about 3 or 4 counties in northeastern Missouri, as well as a handful of counties here in western Illinois. So that is something that we are definitely going to watch out here for. I mean, seriously, this is a pretty big risk here for today. So, like I was saying, we have ourselves a 5% risk, basically half of the percent of the 10%, obviously. So you guys know how percents work here. Then a 2% chance here. So obviously, all of these areas here from the dark green all the way into the brown and to the yellow, that is our regions where a few tornadoes cannot be ruled out. Obviously, the more we go in towards the center, the more we go from the dark green to the brown, obviously a higher chance, and to the yellow, the highest chance, being at a 10% chance of probability. So that's something we got to really watch out here for today. So definitely is looking a little bit interesting. Let's go ahead and see. We got ourselves some more comments coming in here. I'm going to try to get to as many as possible. We're not doing personal forecasts because obviously I'm trying to keep things to what's currently going on here, like this tornado warning. We do have an effect here. One more quick little update on this here for right now. We have a tornado warning that's in effect for portions east of Milton. This is in southeastern Iowa. Portions here just north of Mount Sterling. I mean, Mount Sterling is included with this warning, but the storm, the worst part of the storm is just north of Mount Sterling here for the most part. Anyways, directly just west here of Farmington as well. This is this tornado warning that we do have an effect here. So we are going to watch this here very, very closely because once again, this is a tornado warning, meaning a tornado is imminent or likely to develop here anytime now. So obviously we got to really keep an eye on that. But anyways, like I was saying, that is kind of what we are looking at. We got some questions to get to. I'm going to try to get to as many as possible. Anyways, so let's go ahead and see here. We're in the yellow, says Bug. Well, please stay safe there, my friend. I don't know if you're in the slight risk or if you're in that 10% tornado risk. Regardless, you should still be prepared. You should honestly still be watching out for this event because hey, you know, honestly, this event has the possibility of doing something pretty nasty. You know, honestly, I'm not here to worry you guys. I'm not here to get you guys all worked up, but like I said, just watch out for it. If anything pops up, you know we're going to be here for you. We just now got a new severe thunderstorm warning that got issued just south of Cedar Rapids here. It does appear we might have... Okay, there is no tornado tag on it, but they're for areas of Solon, portions of Swisher, kind of a weird area here, towards the region of Tiffin and northeast, for the most part, of Oxford. We are watching ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that has just now gotten issued. Now, this has 34 minutes to go. This will remain in effect here basically until 8:30 local, 8:30 central time here. So that is kind of what we're looking at. So obviously, in regard to things, damaging wind gusts is not really expected, but the possibility, the reason this went warned was because of that hail potential. It does have the possibility of producing quarter-size hail, indicated by that 1-inch margin. So that's kind of what we're looking at there for the most part. So obviously, less damaging winds. Like I said, damaging winds not really a concern as of now. It looks like we might have a small mesocyclone associated with this system here. Now, I don't know, this is going to need monitored here. I'm not seeing any immediate concerns, but that does kind of look like, to me at least, maybe a little mesocyclone that might be trying to form. Now, you might be wondering, well, what's a mesocyclone? So usually what mesocyclones is a part of the process of tornado forming here. But right now, I'm seeing a little bit of rotation here. This is directly just west of North Liberty. This is basically also just west here of Interstate 380. Once again, this is in the portions of east-central portions of Iowa, directly just due south of Cedar Rapids. This is currently where the severe thunderstorm warning is in place here. Honestly, like I said, I mean, it's a big possibility we could see some tornadoes for today. Like I said, the chances is pretty large that we could see a tornado here for today. So we are going to watch this here very, very closely. So let's go ahead and see. We got ourselves some more questions I'm going to try to get to as much as possible. Is this going to hit Dayton, Ohio? So here's the thing. Ohio is not at risk at all right now. So you're looking pretty good here for now, at least. Now, obviously, tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and briefly show you guys. Tomorrow, this will move into portions of eastern Ohio into the northeast. But that's kind of that's not the subject for right now. Obviously, the subject right now is what we need to watch, what is currently happening here. So, obviously, these storms are a little bit late firing off here, and this was expected. The models did pull this out, which is definitely good. So, the storms are going to continue over the next several hours with their severity. And I hate to say it, but there's a big possibility we could see some nocturnal tornadoes for tonight. What nocturnal means active at night. We could see some tornadoes possibility, you know, maybe getting active at nighttime. So that's kind of a bit of concern. Obviously, after nighttime, it's hard to see the tornadoes. The people have gone to bed. It's a whole big mess. So that's why I'm saying, you guys, please tell your friends and family to please at least prepare for the system. Know where to go in case of a warning has been issued, okay? Obviously, know where to go here. So, let's see. Got some more questions coming through here. Will there be any more watches towards St. Louis tonight? If so, would it be a tornado watch or severe thunderstorm watch? So, you know, honestly, it's a pretty low chance that St. Louis would get inside of that watch here. You're kind of right there on the boundary between that marginal zone and slight. Now, just with that being said, I'm not saying it's impossible. But anyway, so the thing is that for that big tornado potential here for today, they did include most of it inside of the tornado watch. Now, we might see another severe thunderstorm watch be issued down the time. We don't need one right now because the storms haven't approached there yet. But we may need another watch here down the line for portions here towards like central Illinois. I'd say towards Springfield. Maybe in these regions we could see another watch being issued later on tonight. Honestly, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying it's a possibility. But the chances of St. Louis having it, I'd say it's pretty low, honestly. Because like I said, St. Louis is right there on that main gradient line there. Really not, you know, either max. You're kind of located between that area where you might see something and you might not. Lower percent chance of having severe storms versus the areas, like I said, right here in the orange, which is right there in the smack dab middle. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Let's go ahead and see here. But yeah. Bug says, slight risk, thanks. Well, obviously, you're very, very welcome. Let's see, Devin says, report. Let's go ahead and see what we got coming in here. So this is actually, this is in Russia today. Let's go ahead and pull this up here. But this is not related to what is currently happening. I want to go ahead and make that disclaimer here right now. This was reported by Devin, apparently, of a tornado here somewhere in Russia. I mean, honestly, I don't know exactly where. Let's see here. I had no idea. But anyways, regardless, this is obviously a tornado that did happen here earlier in Russia. It looks like a pretty decent, it looks like a stovepipe tornado right there. Pretty nasty. Definitely is a pretty nasty looking tornado. So obviously that's something we got to continue to watch here for the states possibly today. Once again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just trying to get you aware of the situation of what could unfold here tonight. Obviously, let's hope we don't have any tornadoes. That's obviously something we want to have is no tornadoes at all. Okay. But anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Bug says, what is the red near my area? It depends on where your area is at. I don't exactly remember every single person's here. Let's go ahead and see here. Do I see Fion pull off another Florence? Fion? Who the heck is Fion? Let's go and see here. Anything for Vermilion County, Indiana. So like I said, obviously we're not going for specific areas, but just look. You should know where you are based off of the map here on our main screen. If you are in the dark green and yellow, you got yourself a severe weather potential where it's possible. Let's go ahead and see here. But yeah, so that is kind of what we're looking at. So obviously, everyone, please stay safe out there. We have got to watch this here very, very closely because, like I said, this is really starting to unfold here. So, tornado warning has just now gotten canceled. We had a tornado warning that was in effect for portions of southeastern Iowa for areas towards, let's see, directly just east of Milton. Cantrell, portions here of Mount Sterling. You guys are no longer under a tornado warning. The storm has moved out of the area. Also, the overall view of if this thing could produce a tornado has pretty much diminished for the most part. If they thought it could produce a tornado, they would extend that warning, in which in this case it did not. So that's definitely some good news in our sense. So they did not re-extend that warning. But once again, that was across portions of southeastern Iowa. That is now no longer in effect here. But I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and move over here back to the reflectivity view because we got to watch all these cells closely. I mean, even these guys, this might be a new developing cell here. It kind of looks like, let's see. Honestly, it kind of looks like it might be dying out for the most part. But anyways, regardless, yeah, I mean, these guys are definitely, these guys are definitely kicking off here. Let's see. We got ourselves a day 1 enhanced convective wrist. They just now updated the outlook here. So, okay, I'm sure we'll see that pop up here in a minute. I doubt that they've changed anything or much of anything if they did at all. Probably just, keeping an eye on it. But anyways, let's go ahead and see here. We got ourselves some more questions coming through here. My grandpa more comments, I should say. My grandpa and grandma live there, so I hope everything will be okay in Indiana. Well, obviously, tell them to be safe and tell them to know where to go in case if something nasty does happen. Let's go ahead and see here. Karen says, hi, Andrew. What's up, Karen? Hope you're doing good. Not been on. I was very sick. Bad stomach bug. I am a lot better. Thank God. Well, that's definitely good, Karen. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see here. Wild Weather says, I just got here. What's up? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing good, my friend. But like I said, so we definitely have got to watch out for these guys here pretty closely. I mean, like I said, these guys have really started, firing off here within the last hour. I mean, like I said, pretty good news. I mean, honestly, I think this worked out pretty good. We did a live stream earlier of non-commentary. Obviously, I'm sure some of you guys probably joined that. We let that go for several hours while I was on my trip. I just got back about an hour ago. I don't even know about that. I'll say probably less than an hour ago. Actually, yeah, probably about an hour ago. But anyways, regardless, we just got back, and I wanted to give you guys coverage. Now, the good news is how late these storms fired off today, because this has given us the potential of being live for you guys. And that's honestly the great news there. Let's go ahead and see here. Not Zach says, let's see here. Hey, Andrew, got a tornado watch a while ago, but didn't think it was going to hit me as much as Davenport. Could I get a forecast for Stewart? Thanks. So, since I know where Stewart, Iowa is, we're going to take a look at it really quickly. So, obviously, Stewart, Iowa is located in the marginal risk here for severe storms. Now, here's the thing. The chances of you specifically getting a tornado out of this is extremely low. Extremely, extremely low. Now, because you are in the marginal risk here, you are in that lowest threat for severe weather. Obviously, right now, there's a little bit of cell action just here south. A little bit of, storms happening right here just to the south here. But anyways, regardless of that, really nothing crazy is happening for you. Honestly, you're looking relatively fine. But the reason I'm doing that for, Stewart is because I know exactly where Stewart, Iowa is. That's kind of the thing there. But anyways, so like I said, we got to watch out for even these guys. I mean, these guys can definitely pop up here very, very quickly. They can really change. You'd be surprised on how quick these systems can evolve in a short amount of time. You would absolutely be blown away. In a few minutes, you could have a non-tornadic storm go tornadic. So that's kind of what we're on watching it for today. We got to really watch out. We definitely have really got to watch out for this here very, very closely. So let's go ahead and see here. We have ourselves, okay, this is the latest velocity. Now, unfortunately, there's really no good radar scans between the tri-state area here of Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois. The closest one we're going to grab here is just northeast of Springfield. We're getting the latest radar data coming through here, which honestly is kind of bad data. Let's go ahead and see here. Devin apparently said that the significant risk has been removed. Is that true? Let's see. Let's go and pull up these storm predictions today really quickly. I want to see if that's actually true. I don't know why they would do that. Wow, they actually removed the 10% overall. That is... Wow. Okay, that's actually good news. That's actually really good news. So, guys, we got good news. Apparently, they actually downgraded the tornado potential now from a They literally brought it down from a 10% significant now to a 5% risk. That's actually great news. That is something that we want to hear. But like I said, with that being said, it does not mean that the tornadoes are over. This does not mean the tornadoes aren't going to happen. There still is a decent chance we could have a few spin-up tornadoes here for today. So if anything does happen, we'll let you know, guys. So let's go ahead and see here. But that's kind of what we are looking at. Abby wants to know if I can look at Newton, Iowa. I don't know where Newton, Iowa is. You should know where you are based off of the map here. Okay, so you should know where you are exactly. Let's go and see here. So obviously, yeah, that tornado risk has been downgraded. It looks like it's been pulled away from areas here. And honestly, it doesn't look like it goes as far east, from what I'm understanding. But anyways, regardless, we still have a tornado potential here. Obviously, a pretty decent 5% risk here across portions of some pretty populated areas. Like I said, Springfield included, Burlington, portions of Muscatine, I think they pronounced that, Litchfield as well, west here of Champaign, and northwest here of Charleston. So like I said, this is a new risk that just now got issued by the National, or the Storm Prediction, I should say, National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center. So obviously, with that being said, that's good news. They did downgrade this a little bit. But obviously, we still have an event to go through. We are definitely going to continue to watch this here over the next little bit. We are planning on being here for a few hours with you guys to give you all the coverage that is absolutely necessary. But here's the thing. I want to go ahead and show you all something else. In regard to the hail, there is a 30% chance. There's actually a 30% significant chance of seeing some large hail today, possibly up to, literally, we could see potentially some of those hail events, maybe getting up above golf ball size hail. We could see some very, very large hail here for today. So that is definitely good. So we are going to continue watching this. Obviously, the hail threat is a big concern as well. Significant wind damage, luckily, is not a concern here. Wind damage is kind of at a minimal. Anyways, regardless though, but like I was saying, with the hail, that's kind of our now primary concern, followed by the damaging winds, and obviously not too far behind it is the tornado possibility here. So let's see here. Abby says bye Des Moines. So obviously Des Moines, yeah, you guys are still in that. You guys are actually right there inside of that marginal risk here. You have the lowest level of severity, but like I said, regardless of what level it is, it's still a severe weather potential. Even though it's a lower probability, it's still something we should just watch out for. It's definitely still something we got to watch out here for. Let's go ahead and see. We got ourselves some more comments coming through here. To 10 got removed, so everybody's safe now. Rain, I would not say that. I would not say everyone is safe because we still have a decent tornado potential here. Even if it's not a 10% significant like it was, they just now downgraded it, it's still a very big concern. Like I said, significant hail is a big concern. A 30% significant hail risk, I would not consider that safe, honestly. Let's go and see here. Like I said, once again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just trying to let you guys know what's possible today, okay? I'm just trying to let you know what's a possibility here. So, let's see, Proxy saying, Andrew, any ideas on the speed of the front of the system as it travels its way to the east here? So, if we take a look at the watch, you can actually see that on this, they do have the motion of the storms mostly due east, mostly to the east here at 35 miles per hour. Now, obviously, individual storms, did not mean to do that. Obviously, individual storms can vary. We can have some storms moving faster than the other, especially from the bottom to the top of the front. Obviously, the speed drastically changes. So it's not all going to be perfect, but mostly it looks like it's moving east at around 35 miles per hour. Now, like I was saying, though, what we are watching, though, here's the thing. What we are watching is that this is going to be a nighttime event. It's already sunset. Across these areas, it's pretty much pitch black, if it's not already. So, with that being said, that tornado potential does exist, and it will still remain for the next little bit. Now, like I said, with that being said, you guys, this is kind of concerning. This is honestly something we got to watch out for. There's a possibility of nocturnal tornadoes. Like I said, once again, the term nocturnal stands for active at night. And tornadoes, nocturnal tornadoes, add them together, tornadoes that are active at night. So that's kind of a concern. Obviously, with that being said, visibility is near zero. At nighttime, you can't hardly see anything. Not to mention overcast skies, illuminating any moonlight from coming through. So you just got to think that visibility is going to be pretty bad, especially when there's a possibility of a tornado. So, anyways, new warning just now got issued. It looks like we have a little bit of a broad area of maybe weak rotation. This has a lot of work to do. It has a lot of area to go through, but it does appear that we are seeing a little broad area of possible rotation here. Now, this has a little bit of time to go through. Obviously, we are going to watch it. This is, once again, not for damaging winds, but actually just for hail. The possibility of seeing some hail, basically quarter size or larger. basically kind of around quarter size is expected. So like I said, less than or 50 mile per hour or less for the most part. Like I said, obviously, with that being said, the damaging winds is not there. It's considered strong winds. It's not considered damaging out of these in particular storms, but like I said, the reason that this thing went severe warned is because of these hail potential. Like I said, obviously, with that being said, the reason this is now warned is because of this 1-inch hail we are seeing the possibility for. So, let's see. Bug says big hail. Yeah, definitely there's a big chance for some large hail today as well. Like I said, that's kind of the main concern is some significant hail, which, like I said, could get up to golf ball size or larger. I mean, honestly, we could see some glass-shattering hail today, as well as the possibility of, a few strong tornadoes being a possibility. Like I said, they did remove that significant risk overall, which is definitely some great news. But once again, we still have a tornado watch that will remain in effect here until midnight local. This will remain in effect here until midnight Central Daylight Time. If you guys are following on the Eastern Time Zone like I am, even though I was actually in the Central Time Zone earlier, but if you guys are following on the Eastern Time Zone like I am, it will be in effect here basically until 1 o'clock. So, obviously, keep your friends and family updated if you know anyone across the way. Like I was saying, portions here of southeastern Iowa, portions here of northern Missouri, and western sides here of Illinois. This is our tornado watch. Now, this is tornado watch number 536. Once again, this will remain until midnight here for portions of Iowa, Illinois, as well as portions of Missouri. So we are going to watch out for this here very, very closely. So, let's see. Proxy says, thank you, Andrew, and the mods rock. Well, thank you so much, Proxy, for all the support you've given me. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and see here. Brenda says, hello, everyone. What's up? Hope you're doing all right. Let's see here. Last night was homecoming, and it just had to rain from 8:30 to 11:30. That's definitely not good. Let's see here. Is that a new color table, or am I seeing, or am I just tired? I think I remember trying to work on it. I don't think this is my original one, though, still. Yeah, this is my original one here still. I did get that file, though. I did download a file to replace it, but I haven't gotten to it because, like I said, I've been busy. I've been all over the place here. But anyway, so once again, my friends, we have 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings right between portions of Cedar Rapids and Davenport. So that's kind of between those 2 areas, Davenport as well as Cedar Rapids. That's when we have 2 areas we are watching for severe thunderstorm warnings. So like I said, areas here towards Mechanicsville, Clarence, Loudon, portions of Tipton, you have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions of the way. Damaging winds, not a concern. Winds are expected to remain 50 miles per hour or less. The reason it is a severe warning is because of the hail potential. It could produce maybe up to quarter-size hail. Could be a possibility, maybe up to, 1-inch hail is a possibility. So that's something we are definitely going to watch out here for. So we'll keep an eye on it. Like I was saying, with this in particular system, it does look like we might see a little broad area of rotation. We might actually see a little broad area of rotation here. So that's something we got to definitely watch out here for. Let's go ahead and see here. Proxy, with the 10 memberships, are you serious, Proxy? Thank you so much. You are an absolute legend for all the support that you've done to us. Guys, oh my gosh, Proxy is an absolute legend. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, Proxy, thank you so much for that. Obviously, congratulations to everyone who has achieved those. That's definitely amazing. Thank you once again so much for that. Huge shout out. Here comes the memberships now starting to come through here. Big shout out goes to you, Proxy. Thank you so much for that. That's greatly appreciated. So, but anyways. But like I was saying, we are watching this guy here very, very closely. We obviously got to continue to watch these storms. I mean, these guys, we have this one in particular storm here, right between portions of southern Iowa and the portions of northern Missouri. These in particular cells could turn nasty. They really could turn nasty at any time. So that's something we got to really watch out here very, very closely. So anyway, so in regard to things, looking back at the velocity scans, I'm not really seeing too much interesting things happen right now. Like I said, obviously we got to watch out for a few of these here for the most part. Obviously, like I said, this guy is quite broad, quite weak rotation. That is currently going on here just south of Mechanicsville. Once again, not any immediate tornado concerns. If there was, I would let you know. There's no tornado warning in effect here. Just a severe thunderstorm warning for hail being a possibility. So, like I said, obviously that is indeed what we are talking about here. Now, like I said, this whole system is tracking to the east for the most part. Expecting to move here relatively east on average as a median, kind of a average speed here of around 35 miles per hour, relatively eastward. So that is when we are watching here for the most part. We take a look here back towards Illinois in regard to storm activity. So like I said, obviously storms are very, very late to firing off here for today. But it does appear that guy might be something we need to watch out here for. Let's see, pull up velocity here. That might be a little something we should watch out for. South of Cambridge, I don't think... Okay, there's obviously not a tornado warning there. Whoa, that might be a little something as well. So obviously, radar coverage is not the best across some of these areas, but you know what? It's definitely something we need to watch closely. Because like I said, you would be absolutely surprised at how quickly these systems can go from doing nothing to going tornadic. You'd be absolutely surprised. So obviously, we've got to watch out for these guys. Any of these can definitely turn south here at any moment. Now, across portions of the main way of Illinois is kind of silent for the most part. A little bit of showers across portions of Interstate 55 and 72 here, kind of towards Jacksonville. Interstate 55 kind of towards Pontiac for the most part. But anything severe-wise is not really happening. I believe we still have what we call a cap that is in place across the way here. Across portions here of Illinois. Now, obviously, like I said, as the system does move its way to the east, this will help to ease that cap, basically allowing for the storms to once fire off here. Like I said, as mentioned before, these storms are very, very late to the game here. Usually storms, on average, fire off kind of around 3 o'clock or so. But obviously, you know, they just started. Literally about an hour ago. About an hour, 2 hours ago, these have just now started kicking off here. Okay, so here we go. I got some really interesting stuff coming in here from Devin. This is actually from Hurricane... Holy cow, this is actually from, Hurricane Fiona. So let me actually go ahead and show you guys. So this is a view that was going on here in... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch this to this screen. This is a view that was ongoing in Puerto Rico. They are getting absolutely slammed right now by this hurricane right now. Like I said, obviously, with that being said, yeah, like I said, hurricane... let's see. What was I going to say? I always keep on forgetting the name of it. Hurricane... Anyways, so in regard to the system here, like I said, we obviously got to watch out for it here very, very closely. This thing might have eventual impacts here for portions of Bermuda. It could indeed track its way. Fiona could track its way here towards Bermuda within later on this week. So that's going to be something we're also need to keep on the back burner. Is the possibility of some type of tropical impacts here. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll definitely watch it. And like I said, obviously, if anything happens, you know, we're going to be here for you. We're definitely going to keep you guys informed. And like I was saying, the main tracks does have this thing getting awfully, scarily close to the lovely island of Bermuda. So that's going to be... it's going to be something we might need to watch out here for. A few areas in the Eastern Pacific, nothing too crazy. But like I said, obviously that's for another day. That's obviously for another story. The main thing we're focusing on is right now for this guy here across portions of the Midwest with our currently ongoing severe weather event here. So like I said, obviously, you know, this storm system is really starting to now fire off here. We have a group of cells, pretty strong storms, located across portions here of southern portions of Iowa, more on the southeastern side, into portions here, just northeastern portions of Missouri. For some reason, I always say the opposite state here. But anyway, so northern portions of Missouri for portions here of southeastern Iowa. That's kind of where we are watching this currently. So anyways, we are going to keep an eye on it. It looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning has just now been issued for portions here of Illinois. Areas towards... Kewanee, I think it's how you pronounce it, Kewanee, portions of Bishop Hill, Galva, portions of Cambridge. We have, let's see, Neponset, portions of Buda, let's see, Tiskilwa. But anyway, so those are the areas we now have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect. Now, this one is for damaging winds, as well as that hail concern as well. Like I said, obviously we have a 60-mile-per-hour wind possibility, as well as a quarter-size hail possibility. So we are seeing a possibility of maybe some of those damaging wind gusts, maybe some of those wind gusts getting up to damaging criteria, maybe up to around 60 miles per hour, with the possibility we could see maybe even some hail as well, possibly maybe up to quarter size. I did hear a ding-dong just came through here, so we are going to look at it at least. Let's see here. So they did issue a slight risk for excessive rainfall. So like I said, that's actually another good point. Not only is tornado possibilities there, not only is there a possibility for a few isolated tornadoes, for a little bit of potential of maybe some damaging winds, as well as maybe even some hail, there's also the possibility of maybe some flooding. Like I said, they just now issued a slight risk here for flooding, which that is a level 2 out of 4. You know, the scale only goes up to 4 here. But anyway, so that is kind of what we're looking at there. Let's go ahead and see. We've got some more comments coming through here. Let's see here. Anything bad for Des Moines? Like I said, you guys are in a risk area. We need to watch that. For me, it kind of looks like, this looks like a... Doesn't that look like an animal of some sort? It kind of looks like a horse, if you look at it. So there's the head. There's one of the legs there. Y'all see that? That looks like an animal. Anyways, getting sidetracked here. But anyways, this is a pretty nasty cell we got to watch out for. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got to watch this closely. Let's see. They did not put a tornado tag on it, but honestly, it would not be surprising if they did. It looks like there's a lot of turbulence that's ongoing in this storm here. Once again, this storm is particularly across portions here of, Kewanee, I think that's how you pronounce that, towards Bishop Hill, Illinois. So this is kind of on the northwestern quadrant for the most part. But anyways, regardless, it looks like that might be some rotation that might be kicking off here. Once again, radar coverage is a little bit iffy. Anyway, so we're going to watch it. We're definitely going to keep an eye on this here very, very closely. Let's see. Baby Mexican says, hey, Andrew, I don't know if anyone has told you yet, but the Storm Protection Center has got rid of the 10% significant torque. I did see that. That's definitely some good news. But like I said, that 5% risk still remains. Okay, regardless, there is still a pretty decent tornado potential for today. Let's see, we got ourselves a special weather statement being issued for portions of Davis County until 8:45. That's what I just now got a confirmation of. We have ourselves a lot of special weather statements across portions here of southern Iowa and portions of northern Missouri. These are not in the criteria yet of becoming severe thunderstorm warnings. They're basically baby storms here. They're considered strong storms, but not severe. So that's something we got to watch out for. But anyways, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Like I said, we just now recently got a new warning, or new system, or new cell that just got warned here. Once again, across portions of Illinois, like I was saying, areas here towards Cambridge, relatively south of Cambridge, does look like a little bit of rotation might be currently happening here. Once again, Galva, portions here of CUNY, also, Neponset, I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. South of Princeton for the most part. So that, like I said, that is what we're looking at. SCOYT says, let's see, Kewanee. Is that right? SCO. Thank you for pronouncing that, or trying to clear things up. Once again, I'm horrible with pronunciations, but obviously I'm here for you guys, though. There's definitely some weird names out there. But anyways, so new warning, or previous warning we have in effect here. Like I said, obviously areas here towards Solon, portions here east of North Liberty. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. Will remain in effect here for basically 8 more minutes. This does have until 8:30 local, 8:30 Central Time. This will expire here, so we have about 8 minutes to go here. Another cell here just to the northeast, not too far away. Areas just north of that region, northeast of Solon, I should say. Mechanicsville, Clarence, and Loudon. Those areas do have a severe thunderstorm warning. That's also in effect here for not damaging wind gusts. Once again, this is not for damaging winds. This is actually just for hail. So obviously, like I said, that is kind of what we are talking about. So let's see here. Kewanee. Is that right? Kewanee. Try it like that. Okay, I think I may got that right. Anyways, but like I was saying, obviously this case is just for the hail possibilities, maybe up to quarter size being a possibility. So we'll watch it. We'll keep an eye on it. But like I said, relatively recently, we just had this new warning that got issued here, across portions here, like I said, obviously just north of Piera. This is in particular, severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here, obviously for portions of Cambridge, portions here of Galva, let's see here, portions of Neponset, however you want to pronounce that. I'm sure people locally call it differently than others, but we'll just say Neponset, those areas is in effect here. So obviously, like I said, what the concern is for this guy is damaging wind possibility as well as hail. We could see some damaging wind gusts, maybe get up to 60 miles per hour, definitely being a possibility, as well as maybe some hail. Honestly, could get up to quarter size. So that's something we're going to need to continue watching with this. But like I was saying, if you take a look at the radar view, at least a couple scans back, it does appear we might have a little bit of upper level rotation that might be occurring in the storm here. Once again, those lower level scans are really not too low. They are scanning pretty high because obviously, the beam has to be tilted at some angle. The further you go out, the more higher elevation goes with that beam. So with that being said, the beams are scanning pretty daggone high up in the air, even at its lowest scan, because the radar is a decent ways away. So obviously, like I said, that's kind of unfortunate as we don't have the best coverage here. Now, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning just now popped up here in portions of Missouri. Let's go ahead and switch on over here to a closer radar. I think maybe, let's see here. Trying to figure out which one might be the closest. I think the one towards Davenport might be the closest. Like I said, obviously these are pretty bad areas in regard to radar coverage. Not doing the best here. For portions of Downing, portions here north of Queen City, northeast here of Livona. This is a region where you now have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect directly for areas of Glenwood and Lancaster. This will remain in effect here basically for the next 20 minutes, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and quarter size hail. So in regard to damaging winds, that's kind of a concern, as well as hail. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts as well as quarter size as hail is indeed a possibility here. So once again, that is something that we do got to watch out here for. So that's what we're watching out for. So damaging winds as well as hail is indeed a possibility. So we'll definitely watch out for this here very, very closely. So we're going to keep it on it. Obviously, if anything does pop up here, we are going to let you know. Like I said, we actively now have another warning that just got issued for portions of Bradford. This is right here just north of Pierre, right here in central portions of Illinois. I'd say this is more of the north central area here of Illinois. Like I said, just now including portions of Bradford as well. Like I said, around those regions there. We are currently watching this. They do not have a tornado tag, which is good news. Sometimes they will put a tornado possible tag on there saying, hey, okay, a tornado is not immediately likely, but it would not be surprising if eventually down the line we might need one. But luckily we don't have any tornado tag here. Once again, the main concern is for 60-mile-per-hour winds as well as quarter-size hail, so that's definitely some good news in regard to things. So definitely not looking as crazy. But anyway, so we are going to keep an eye on it. We're definitely going to watch this here very, very closely. And obviously we're going to keep on watching this. Switching back to the radar view here across portions of Illinois. Like I said, it's relatively quiet for the most part. We got an alert coming through here actually. Relatively quiet for the most part, but like I said, I do expect that to change here as these storms move their way eastward. So let's go ahead and listen to this here, guys. We're going to tune into it and see what this has to say here on the intercom. I think this is in Illinois.
At 8:24 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Kewanee, moving east at 55
Yep,
miles
Kewanee.
per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size.
So once again, hail and damaging winds.
Radar indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm.
If you guys want to read along, it's right here.
Around 8:30 p.m. Castleton around 8:35 p.m. Bradford around 8:40 p.m.
Maybe I got the wrong one. I think I got the wrong warning there. But anyways, regardless, you just heard what I just talked about. We are currently watching now a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions of north central Illinois. Kewanee, I think that's how you pronounce it. So Kewanee is included with this. Portions here towards Galva, mostly out of the storm here for Galva, Bishop, and Cambridge, but obviously you guys are still in the severe thunderstorm warning here. You could still have some of those gusty winds, even if you're outside of the main area of the storms. Like I was saying, Bradford, you obviously got to watch out for that as well. Obviously, portions of Tiscawa, I think that's how you pronounce that, and Buda, you guys are under this warning as well. So we definitely got to watch out for this over the next 32 minutes. Once again, these will expire here basically at 9 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock local time here. Once again, this is in the Central time zone. This will remain in effect here until 9 o'clock. So that is kind of what we are watching here for the most part. So we are going to keep an eye on it. We're obviously going to keep on watching these guys here very, very closely. They are going to need monitored like a hawk. They are going to be needed to be watched here closely. Like I said, once again, you would be absolutely surprised of how quick these systems can mature and how quickly they can actually materialize, which is really, really nuts. Another ding-dong coming through here. Let's see here. Mesoscale discussion concerning very, very heavy rainfall. I believe... Okay, so here's the thing. I want to go ahead and show you guys here something really quickly. Kind of a bit hard to see, but I don't know if you all see this big old pink block that's going on right here. So this is what they call a mesoscale discussion. And they're saying across those regions we are seeing some heavy rainfall due to thunderstorm action that's currently ongoing. So with that being said, flash flooding can also be a concern. Like I said, just because, like I said, we have that tornado potential, we have that damaging wind and that hail potential, we also have a flooding potential as well. The impacts are limitless. Okay, so obviously we could have all types of impacts here. That's the reason we are live today. Like I said, I've been absolutely busy all day long. You guys seen I did a trip here. I went all the way down to Bowling Green from Louisville, or near Louisville, and came back here, and I did a little bit of, I'm seriously tired from running all around, but obviously, since this is a pretty big situation, we are going to be here for the coverage. That is the reason why we're here for it. Let's go ahead and see here. 5 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here. Right now, my counter says 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm only seeing 5 here. Let's see here. Got some decent rotation in Iowa, according to Cody. Now, Cody, what radar view are you looking at here? Let's see here. Question, why does St. Louis have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect? St. Louis does not. St. Louis is down here. You can obviously tell there is no active warning in effect here for St. Louis. So, yeah, right now there is no active warnings here for St. Louis. Let's see here. Chick-fil-A boy says, Chick-fil-A boy, a pretty cool name. It says, what is the pink? So the pink, this big old block that you see here, this is basically that tornado watch that we have in effect. This is tornado watch number 336 that will remain in effect here until midnight local time. Once again, midnight Central Daylight Time. If you're following on the Eastern Time Zone like I am, it'll be in effect here until 1 o'clock. Yeah, this is a tornado watch, obviously saying that a few tornadoes are possible. You gotta watch out for it. But anyways, but with that being said, yeah, that's what we're looking at here. But if you're talking about the other pink, yeah, there's a lot of pinks here. The pink inside the storms here, that's showing some pretty heavy rainfall, if not some hail, that is currently going on there. So that is what we're looking at. Let's see, Galaxy said there's a report. Okay, we'll get to it here. Let's see here. Anything going on? So Galaxy just sent me radar images, which we're not going to share because we can look at them on our screen. Really not really seeing much out of that there, Galaxy. Really does not look like much. Let's go ahead and see here. How is Northern Indiana looking, says Bumblebee. So obviously Northern Indiana, right now you're looking relatively clear. For the most part, this system has not approached you yet, but like I said, give it until later on tonight. As the system tracks its way eastward, that thunderstorm action is going to also track its way to the east. As you can see right now, we're going to go ahead and switch over here towards a radar view towards Chicago, because the one over here in northern Indiana is currently out of air, or out of service, I should say. But anyway, so you can see nothing really going on here in Indiana as of now, but you are inside of that severe risk area, which you do need to watch out for this here closely. Just now getting new information that we now have ourselves another severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here for portions of northeastern Missouri. This is an active severe thunderstorm warning that has just now gotten issued for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. The areas that this does include is Memphis, not Memphis, Tennessee. Once again, this is right here across portions of northeastern Missouri. So Memphis, Tennessee, portions here of Luray, north of Rutledge, west here of Revere, east of Downing, and south of Mount Sterling. Actually, this does include Mount Sterling the more I look at it. So obviously this is indeed what we are looking at. So once again, with this storm in particular as well, same thing as the other guys, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. The possibility of maybe a few damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour is possible, and obviously the possibility of maybe quarter-size hail as well. So we are going to watch out for that here very, very closely. So once again, areas of Memphis, Luray does include with this, Granger as well, Gorin, once again just north of Rutledge, also including portions here of Mount Sterling, Cantrell, and portions of Milton. So that is what we are watching out for. Galaxy is saying a tornado possible here. Let's go see. Yeah, I do see that tag actually right there. You guys can see that where my cursor is at in the top left. It does say tornado possible. Now that's at the point where obviously once you start to see that tornado possible tag, that is not saying that there's a tornado immediately likely. That's saying that a tornado could develop down the line if the system obviously continues in that favor. Now, with that being said, if there was an actual tornado, tornado warning or actually a tornado possibility, they would issue a tornado warning for that cell. But right now, this is not a tornado warning. There's no immediate concerns to take shelter. But like I said, you should still monitor the progression of this in particular cell in northeastern Missouri, as it could indeed pose a possible tornado threat here down the line. If we take a look here, I'm going to try to pull up another better radar view. Like I said, we are looking at the one in Chicago. It's obviously well too far out there. Let's try Des Moines. I feel like that might be one of the closest ones. Davenport, I don't know, it's kind of a rough area, but not too much radar coverage here. But anyway, so in regard to this here, for the most part, there is a little bit of rotation that might be going on here. But once again, this is scanning pretty high up in the atmosphere here for the most part. So honestly, what's going on at the surface could be well different compared to what's happening here in the upper levels. So we'll keep an eye on it. Once again, this is a tornado possible tag, so obviously that is kind of what we are talking about here. Let's go ahead and see here. Ty says, hello, everybody. What's up, Ty? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Hypebeast says, I'm back. What's up? Cody says, there's really no radar close enough for the scan. Yeah, so we were just talking about there is not, unfortunately. This storm is currently in a triangle. You can obviously tell where the closest radar is. There's one in St. Louis, one over here towards Davenport, and one here towards Des Moines. You can see right in this circle, and I think the closest one might be the one towards Des Moines. So like I was saying there, honestly, it's kind of unfortunate in regard to things with that being said. But, honestly, it's good that we have some radar coverage better than none. Obviously, that is kind of we are watching here. So let's go and do an update here on the Illinois storm. We are currently watching ourselves a little cluster of severe thunderstorm warnings that is currently taking place here across portions of north central Illinois. Places here across portions of Bradford. So see Napenset, portions here of Galva, portions of Cambridge. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning that will remain in effect here for the next 26 minutes, or basically until 9 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock local. For my fellow friends following on in the Eastern Time Zone, this will remain in effect here until 10 o'clock p.m. So that is kind of what we are looking at there. So once again, this is a storm we need to watch out for the possibility of some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, as well as a possibility of maybe quarter-size hail. So that is something that we are going to definitely watch here very, very closely. We'll continue to watch it. Obviously, if anything does pop up, we will let you guys know. Because, like I said, obviously, we have some pretty decent potential impacts here for today. Like I said, it's a possibility we could see a few isolated tornadoes here, maybe some damaging wind gusts, as well as maybe some hail. So that's going to be something we need to really watch out for. Let's go and see. Jameson says rotation right by Cedar Bluff. Okay, so I'm assuming that's here towards Iowa. Let's go and see here. So obviously, let's see here. I don't know exactly where this is at. We are watching, obviously we are watching a bit of, turbulent action all across the atmosphere. Like I said, we are seeing the possibility of a few isolated tornadoes for today. Now, there is some good news. There actually is some good news with this. They did downgrade the risk here from a 10% significant risk of tornadoes to a 5% obviously non-significant risk. So that's definitely good. Significant means EF2 and higher. These storms could still produce something near that if they produce a tornado. Not saying that anything higher than that's ruled out. It's just saying for the most part, the storms is expected to remain below that for the most part. That is definitely great news, is that we did actually see overall that tornado potential did actually drop, which is absolutely amazing. So once again, we have 2 areas of tornado possibilities for today. They actually removed that tornado possibility for portions here towards Des Moines. Honestly, it would not be surprising if they did cancel that watch across the way because of that new outlook that just came out here not too long ago. Obviously, like I was saying, we have 2 areas we are watching. The first area here across the green is showing a 2% chance of seeing a few tornadoes here. Very, very low chance, but we have a 5% chance, 2.5 times the amount. Across the areas here in brown, across portions of central and western Illinois into portions of eastern, or I should say southeastern Iowa into northeastern Missouri. So that is the tornado probability for today, but watch this. If we take a look here at the hail concerns, we have a very, very large hail possibility for today. We have an overall 30% chance, a 30% significant chance here. Yes, there is a significant chance, basically meaning we have a 30% chance across these areas here in red, being right in here. You guys can hardly see that. That area there that makes up the enhanced risk, we could see a 30% chance of seeing some of that hail, maybe get up to golf ball size or larger. So that is kind of what we are looking at there for the most part. Let's go ahead and see here, but that is indeed what we're looking at here. Patrick says, I see the National Weather Service has removed the 10% hatch to a 5% now. Yep, that's definitely some good news. Obviously, the lower the better, but still, like I said, there is still a possibility of a few isolated tornadoes here. Just because that 10% risk got canceled does not mean that it's over, because like I said, obviously with that being said, we are currently watching this here currently. So we're just going to definitely keep an eye on this, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. We are going to be here for you guys. I want you guys to be prepared. I want you guys to stay safe and everything like that. It does appear, like I said, we still have ourselves a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that is in effect here across portions of eastern Iowa for the next 23 minutes. So basically from now, basically here until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time, basically the local time here. This will remain in effect here until 9 o'clock Central. For my friends that's falling in the Eastern Time Zone, for just like me, this will remain in effect here until 10 o'clock p.m. our time. So 22 minutes to go, regardless of what time zone you're in. So, not a long time to go yet. Kind of mid-range. So anyways, obviously areas here towards West Branch, portions of Bennett, we are seeing the possibility of not really damaging wind gusts. That's not the reason it's warned. This actually got upgraded the more I look at it. So this is actually now for 1.25 inches, which is equivalent to $half size hail, is a possibility out of the storm here. So we're not expecting any damaging winds. There's no tornado potential out of this. This is just solely for hail. And like I said, that really makes up that significant risk we have. So obviously with that being said, larger than quarter-size hail, I say quarter-size hail to $half size hail is a possibility out of the storm. Once again, West Branch, Bennett, including portions here of Interstate 80, kind of between West Branch and Durant. Those areas is going to be impacted by this storm here. Now just to the north, a little bit different for areas of Loudon, Clarence, Stanwood, Tipton. Now areas of Clarence, Stanwood, and Mechanicsville, you guys are out of this storm for the most part. There's non-damaging winds, which is kind of similar, the only similarity with this guy, and the fact that they expire at the same time. But here's the thing. In regard to this guy towards Clarence, like I said, obviously Tipton and Loudon, this is back to quarter-size hail. So not up to $half. This is quarter-size hail possibilities that we could look at there. So that is what we are, that is what we are watching. We're definitely going to keep our eyes out for this, guys, as well. Once again, we have ourselves a little group of more severe thunderstorm warnings across portions here of northeastern Iowa. Portions here of Memphis, portions west of Cahokia, area, basically for areas of Mount Sterling, Memphis, not Memphis, Tennessee, by the way. This is in Memphis, Missouri. But like I was saying, on the far northeastern side, this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. Watch out for most of the possibilities of damaging winds, maybe up to 60, as well as quarter-size hail. Another severe thunderstorm warning across portions here of central Iowa. Central portions, or north-central portions of Illinois, I should say, not Iowa. For portions of Galva, portions of Bradford, portions of, Neponset, portions of, Tiskilwa. Don't know exactly how, I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But anyways, those areas has the possibility as well for the next 20 minutes of seeing 60-mile-per-hour wind gust possibilities, as well as maybe some quarter-size hail. So that's kind of what we are watching here in regard to those in particular cells. Okay, now there's a lot to talk about. So like I said, that's kind of what's going on here as of right now. So that is what we need to watch out for. Now, like I was saying, obviously areas across portions of the dark green, the yellow, and the orange, obviously, does have the potential of some severe storms here for today. Like I said, we have a level from 1 to 5. 5 being the absolute worst, 1 being the lowest. We have a severe threat level 1 out of 5 across the green, across portions of Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and Iowa. Basically saying, okay, so here's the possibility. We could see ourselves... like I said, obviously there is the possibilities that we could see a few isolated severe storms, kind of more of a clustered, individual, kind of farly stretched out possibility of a few severe thunderstorms. The areas of yellow shows those thunderstorm potentials a little bit more clustered, a little bit more together, a little bit more clustered, I should say, with the obviously the possibility of maybe a little bit more higher consequences in regard to things. And then obviously number 3, this is our severe threat level 3 out of 5, our highest risk for today. Luckily, it's not a 5, but it's a pretty interesting event. Obviously, if you see anything 3 and really higher, that's considered pretty bad. So in this case, our bullseye is across portions here of Illinois, northeastern Missouri, as well as portions here of southeastern Iowa. This is the region where we are seeing that significant hail risk that is in effect here. So obviously, with that being said, hail is the number 1 concern, followed by damaging winds, not shortly followed by tornado possibilities as well. So that is currently what is going on there, my friends. That is indeed what we are talking about. So let's go ahead and see here. Can hail grow to the size of dodgeballs? The biggest hail that's been reported is the size of a bowling ball. Yeah, a bowling ball, 8 inches in diameter, is the largest hail that's ever been recorded. Now, if you go back in non-recorded history, I'm sure you've gotten some hailstones that's been larger. Would not be surprising. Especially with the early continent, Pangea, I'm sure there's a lot of mountain ranges and a lot of tropical moisture that could have indeed had some pretty nasty tornado events, kind of just like how we see here in the States. But anyways, that's irrelevant compared to what we got to be paying attention here, right? Except paying attention to right now. But anyways, so yeah, once again, we have ourselves 6 active severe thunderstorm warnings that is in effect here. We have a lot of flash flood warnings as well that's currently in effect. But most of these guys in the flash flood realm is actually kind of just located here. Let's go and see. Most of these, it's kind of hard to see exactly where they're at. Kind of hidden. I don't know exactly where they're at. Where are they at? I see one in here in portions of New Mexico. But anyways, regardless, apparently we have 12 of them, which is in effect here, but we'll see. But anyway, so that is what we are watching out for. But once again, obviously with that being said, I mean, tornadoes, possibility of a few tornadoes, some damaging wind gusts, as well as maybe some hail is a big possibility, and maybe even some of those, maybe even some of the possibilities of maybe some localized flooding as well. It's something we got to watch out for. It's something we got to definitely continue to keep our eyes out here for. And obviously, if any type of crazy warning gets issued, we're gonna let you guys know here. So, speaking of warnings here. Like I was saying, for portions here, like I said, obviously we are seeing this for portions of, Galva, portions of Tiskilwa, and portions of Neponset. Those are the regions where we are actively watching, obviously, a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. Let's see what this is about. Mesoscale discussion concerning tornado watch number 536. They're probably thinking about extending it eastward. That's kind of what it seems to look like. But anyway, so obviously those guys, like I said, we were just looking at here for those regions, has a severe thunderstorm warning in effect now for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as quarter-size hail. Before, it was just a hail possibilities. Now they added the damaging wind possibilities as well. So, definitely some good news, or some bad news in regard to, the people, but good news in regard to the storm, I guess. Anyway, so here just in northeastern portions of Missouri, we are watching another few active severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here. Like I was saying, this guy for portions of Lancaster and Downing is about to be expired here in the next minute. Not concerned about that anymore. But Memphis, like I said, not Memphis, Tennessee. Portions here of northeastern Missouri. Obviously, Memphis, Tennessee here. Portions of Wakanda, portions of Gorin, Luray, as well as portions of Mount Sterling. This is the region that we are Like I said, obviously, this is the region we are also watching a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and once again, quarter-size hail being a possibility here. And, of course, our last little set here of warnings. I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff. Holy crap, that just updated like crazy. Okay, wow, that just updated like enormously. Okay, so areas here in West Branch, portions of Bennett, and portions of Durant here in the east central side of Iowa, we have a major, I'm seriously saying a major hail problem here. Now, they upgraded this from, I believe it was half-dollar size hail, now to 2.5 inches in diameter, which that is equivalent, you guys, to, let's see here, that's equivalent here to, let's see, tennis ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Wow, that is absolutely insane. So once again, my friends, here is where the state of Iowa is located. Right here across portions of the Midwest with this one in particular storm here. This is directly just northwest of Davenport. Look at this. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 2.5-inch hail. That is, once again, tennis ball size hail. I used to have a tennis ball around here. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm sure you guys know what a tennis ball looks like. So honestly, just imagine big chunks of ice, the size of tennis balls, falling from the sky, with the possibility of some winds driving those as well, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. Also, gravitational velocity is going to increase as the hailstones fall, as it picks up acceleration. So with that being said, some wind-driven hail, as well as some large hail, up to tennis balls. That is enough to go straight through a window. So yeah, you better be inside and well away from windows in regard to this in particular storm. Once again, impacts or areas that this does impact is east central portions here of Iowa. Once again, this is for tennis ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for portions of Bennett, portions of Durant, east of West Branch here. So that is what we are watching here for the most part. Once again, tennis ball size hail. That is really, really crazy. So this is still a radar indicated threat here. So I'll tell you what, we're going to switch on back here to reflectivity. Oh yeah, and you can even see that here on the radar view as well. So like I said, obviously once you move into the greens and the yellows, kind of showing light to moderate precipitation. Once you move into the reds, that's kind of showing some heavy precipitation. Into the dark reds, showing very heavy precipitation. Now once you move into the pink, the blue, and especially the white, that is right there on the ground. We are seeing some large chunks of ice being detected by the Doppler radar. So in this case, we are seeing some enormous chunks of ice being detected by radar here, in which potentially could be dropping the size of tennis balls. So once again, that is a very, very concerning thing to look at. That is very, very interesting and something we got to really keep an eye here for. Let's see, these other guys, okay, this one got upgraded as well. Holy crap. Okay, across portions of northeastern Missouri, here is another severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here. Once again, from Memphis, portions of Luray, Gordon, portions here of Granger, and northeastern portions of Missouri. Once again, this is a new warning that got in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. 1.75 is including, like I said, obviously golf ball size hail. Now, that's according to the storm here that's currently across portions of Downey. You can obviously see those higher echoes as I was explaining. Once you move into portions of the blue, that's kind of showing the ground where obviously we are seeing that potential of maybe some large chunks of ice. And in this case, maybe up to golf ball size could be possible out of that in particular storm there. So it does look like just over the last few minutes that the hail concern has increased dramatically. And like I said, obviously with that being said, like I was saying, we have a significant hail threat for today. Basically meaning that we have a big hail day today. That's kind of the leading concern here. So some large hail followed by some damaging winds and obviously maybe even a potential of some flooding also being a concern here. So that's kind of what we are indeed watching here. So, but anyway, so we are going to definitely keep an eye here for this. This is definitely something really, really nuts here. Let's see. Megan says, I had to help my fiance. He's not feeling good. Well, hopefully he feels better soon. Megan, you did miss a storm that's currently ongoing. I wouldn't say you missed it. It's currently happening. They did warn this in particular storm. They just now downgraded a little bit. At least I believe they did. Hold on, let's see. No, they didn't. I'm just seeing things. But anyways, in regard to things, there's a storm that's currently producing the possibility of tennis ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Obviously, the gravitational velocity is going to increase as this hailstone drops. As what goes up must come down. So that's kind of pretty crazy. So, anyway, so in regard to things, let's go ahead and see here. We have ourselves another, some more questions coming through here. Let's see here. But anyways, Megan, I hope your fiance is doing better. July Miller says, just came from Ryan Hall, lost stream. Listen to here. What is going on? Tennis ball, hail. Just signed up from Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, what's up, July? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us here for today. Let's go and see here. What have I missed? So, yeah, Megan, that's what we looked at there. Let me go ahead and see here. Look at velocity on the storm on the west. Okay, let's pull up velocity here. Obviously, look at the turbulent airflow that's happening inside of the storm in particular. A lot of mess. Lots and lots of winds. Let's see. I need to plot a better radar view. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good view, but with this guy, with the big hailer, we actually do have a pretty close view because we do have ourselves a storm that's relatively nearby. Oh yeah, you can really see that big core right there. So like I said, right in this region here, we are seeing that pink and blue and white. That is where radar is scanning some very, very large objects. And in this case, this is being some large hail. Okay, so obviously watch out for that big possibility. So that is indeed what we are currently watching. So obviously the possibility for some large hail. Once again, 2.5 inches. That is literally equivalent to tennis ball size hail. Once you got to think, this is wind-driven possible as well. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with the possibility of maybe some tennis ball size hail. You got some wind-driven hail, maybe up to tennis ball size hail, which is honestly pretty crazy. Now, we do have ourselves new tornado warning. Just now popped up here, my friends. So we have ourselves now a tornado warning that is in effect across portions here of northeastern Missouri. This is indeed what we are watching. So obviously areas of Memphis. Once again, this is not Memphis, Tennessee. This is not Memphis, Tennessee. Obviously, areas here towards Rutledge, Gorin, and Granger. You guys are now under a tornado warning, meaning you need to now take action as we are seeing the possibility of a tornado. Now, there is a little bit of rotation happening here just south of Downing for the most part. Like I said, that's kind of what we are looking at. But anyways, that is indeed what we are keeping an eye out here for, once again, my friends. So this guy is tracking his way here to the east, but obviously being towards Memphis area within the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. Towards Gorin within the next half hour to 35 minutes or so. And Wakanda, obviously, within like the next 40 to 45 minutes or so. That's an estimate, by the way. This is not approximate, though. Let's go and see here. Another Missouri storm on the west. Okay, we'll watch it here. Let's go and see here. Let's go and see. Oh, Julie. Is that right? Julie? Sorry about that. Let's go and see here. But name of the month, or spelled like the month, but it's pronounced Julie. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, sorry about that, but obviously glad to have you here. Hope you're doing good. Definitely glad to have some new members here, by the way. Let's see. Jakey says, can tennis ball size hail be driven by 60-mile-per-hour winds and smash parts of your house? Absolutely. Tennis ball size hail can absolutely cause all kinds of damage to sidings of your houses. Obviously, to obviously, like I said, sidings, shingles. I mean, even. Obviously, even windows, of course, as well. But anyway, so that is indeed what we are watching here. But anyway, so like I said, once again, my friends, we now have an active tornado warning that is in effect across portions here of northeastern Missouri. This is, once again, a tornado warning that is in effect here basically for the next 53 minutes. We have this in effect here for a while. This tornado warning will remain in effect here until 9:45 local, 9:45 Central Daylight Time, or for my eastern friends who's currently tracking this in the eastern time zone like I am, this will be in effect here until 10:45 our time. Once again, locally, this will be in effect here until 9:45, which is kind of the most important here. So, like I said, you're going to just due west of Memphis. We are currently watching ourselves, some pretty interesting type of action kicking off here. It does appear we are seeing a little bit of rotation, relatively just east-southeast of Downing for the most part, tracking its way here to the east for the most part. We are going to watch out for this as it is on a easterly, southeasterly trajectory. So we are going to watch it. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on it. So like I was saying, Memphis. Once again, I'm not trying to mistake this for Memphis, Tennessee. This is in Memphis, northeastern Missouri. So Memphis, Missouri, portions here of Granger, as well as portions of Gorin. This is an active tornado warning that is in effect here, so we are definitely going to watch out for this closely. Now, in regard to correlation coefficient, that's PHI. Correlation coefficient kind of scanning up too high to tell. I don't really see anything crazy happening. It's really, really hard to tell with this radar view, just because of the fact that this radar is scanning up so high in the storm and so far away. It's kind of a little bit hard for these systems to do so. But anyways, so we're going to keep an eye on that. But like I said, we obviously have to keep an eye on this guy as well. This guy has some pretty interesting concerns in regard to hail. There's no rotation going on with this storm, which is definitely some good news. So no immediate tornado danger with this in particular storm here. But like I was saying, obviously, in this storm in particular, it does look like, I said, some very large hail is a possibility up to tennis ball size. Is a big possibility, maybe even some wind-driven hail, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, maybe even faster, due to how fast the stone is actually falling. So we'll see. But anyways, in regard to that, though, that is we are watching. It definitely is a pretty nasty storm that is currently ongoing. Once again, for my new people who's just now joining here, like I said, obviously the areas here towards Memphis, we have a tornado warning that's in effect here. Once again, Memphis, Missouri, Granger, portions of Gorin. This is also in effect here, guys, until another 51 minutes. So that is indeed what we are paying attention to. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll definitely watch this here very, very closely. Obviously, we are going to keep you guys informed here. Yeah, like I said, this is a pretty interesting event that could be playing out here for today here. Let's see. Another severe thunderstorm warning across portions here of Illinois on the north-central side. We are currently watching this here at the moment. This is just for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Not really concerned too much about this guy compared to, like, these guys. Another severe thunderstorm warning that's just now gotten issued for golf ball-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for areas of Luray. So see Wyconda, portions of Rutledge as well. So obviously those areas you got to watch out. But obviously Rutledge, Granger, Memphis, and obviously portions here across the way, you guys do have an active tornado warning. Basically meaning that, okay, so obviously a tornado could be possible. If not, it's already occurring or imminent. It's imminent or expected to occur here. So anyways, we are watching this guy. There's a little bit of rotation that's been ongoing here across the way. Relatively has passed its way just to the east here of Downing for the most part. Relatively just to the southeast of Downing. Right here, just due west of Memphis for the most part. Once again, Memphis, Missouri. But this guy is tracking his way to the southeast. Obviously, we're going to continue watching this here over the next little bit. But once again, this is a tornado warning. This is the time where you guys need to take shelter. This is the time where you guys need to be inside of your safe spot. Like I was saying, in regard to tornadoes, the best place to be is obviously into a basement or a storm shelter. That is the best place you want to go to. Now, obviously, like I was saying, in regard, if you don't have any of those, the second option, the best place to go to would indeed be a central interior room. Obviously, such as a closet on the central interior, area of your home. Put as many walls between yourself and the outdoors as possible. Recommended to bring a helmet to help protect your head from flying debris. Your shoes to help protect your feet after things are going to be getting all over the place. Lots of shattered glass, nails, all kinds of stuff. You don't want to be stepping on that stuff. Bring your shoes with it as well. Like I said, obviously as well, we are going to see. Obviously bring a first aid kit to help any injuries if you could. So anyways, it's just a suggestion if you guys are in these warnings, but make sure you have enough time to do so, okay? So make sure you guys are inside of your safe spot now. Where there's a tornado warning, that means that tornado is imminent or expected to occur shortly. So that is indeed what we are currently watching here. So we'll keep an eye on it. Obviously, my friends, we'll definitely watch this here. And like I said, obviously, thank you all so much for being here. You guys absolutely rock. You guys are the best here. I appreciate all of your support. But like I said, we are definitely just going to keep an eye on this here over the next little bit. And we are going to definitely keep you guys informed here. So, let's go ahead and see. Do I think the storms will calm down by the time they reach Route 80 and Route 39 intersection in central Illinois? So let's see. You said Route 80? Is that correct? You said Route 80 and Route 39 intersection. So here we go. So Route 80 is right here. Okay, we got to follow the interstate here. Where's Route 39? Hold on. Am I not seeing something right here? Is that 39 right there? Yeah, there we go. Interstate 39 and 80. So you want to know is if the storms will calm down. Now, here's the thing. You are still under a risk for severe storms across that way. Right there where the intersection is located, kind of towards like LaSalle and towards Troy Grove. Those locations, yeah, you are still in the severe weather concern. So that's something to still watch out for. Yeah, we obviously are going to keep an eye on this here. But anyways, in regard to this guy right here, yeah, this is a pretty nasty storm, guys. We are watching in pretty much the east-central side of Iowa. Now, like I said, this has about 3 minutes to go before this does get expired here, so it's not really too much longer. But we are seeing some very interesting things happening out of this in particular storm, such as tennis ball-sized hail possibilities, as well as maybe some wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. This include portions of Interstate 80 on, once again, the east-central side here of Iowa. We're going to watch out for it. Looks like a little bit of turbulence also showing the hint of maybe some damaging wind gusts could be occurring inside the storm as well. So 60-mile-per-hour winds is also a possibility. So that is indeed what we are watching out for. So we got to keep an eye on that guy. We do have a new warning just now popped up here across portions of northeastern Missouri for areas towards Livonia, portions of Worthington. Let's see here. This is for portions of Queen City, also for portions of Greentop, Lancaster, and Glenwood. So this is in effect here for the next about the next 15 minutes or so, about 47 minutes to be exact. For my people that's in the warning, this will remain in effect until 9:45 your time, so that's what we're looking at there. So we're definitely going to watch it. We're going to keep an eye on it. Like I was saying, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail, not as crazy as that other one, but we do have an active tornado warning. Like I said, across portions here of northeastern Missouri, we are seeing some pretty decent areas here of rotation that's been ongoing here to southeast of Downing for the most part, southwest of Memphis. It does appear that we are actively seeing some pretty decent rotation that is ongoing across these regions here. Obviously, we are going to watch this closely because this thing could be producing a tornado right before our very eyes. Like I said, a tornado warning does mean, like I was saying, obviously a tornado warning means that a tornado is imminent, ongoing, or expected to occur shortly. So that is something we are going to watch out for. So this tornado warning has about 45 minutes to go, so basically here until 10:45 Eastern. But for the people here in this area of the land in northeastern Missouri, this is in the central time zone, so this will basically be here in effect basically until, like I said, once again, before 9:45. So we're going to watch out for it. Once again, possible area of rotation southwest of Memphis. This is an area we need to definitely watch out for. Let's go ahead and see here. Let's see. Julie says, curious, do I think that Nate Snyder or Morgan Fudd, or let's see, when I have a chance, since there's a tornado warning, do I know about Nate Snyder? I do. I've heard of him. I don't really watch him, though. But I've heard of him, yes, absolutely. Let's see, Ben wants to know, what about Piera? So obviously, okay, so across those regions there, you are specifically in the bullseye for today. Like I said, obviously with you specifically, hail, large hail is a big possibility of some of these storms here. Now, does that mean you're going to specifically see hail? It's still not in that likely margin, okay? So it's still, you're most likely not going to see those hail, but like I said, it's widespread possibilities we could see a lot of hail across the way. So watch out for that out of some storms. Could be pretty nasty. Julie says, I need to make an emergency backpack for the Cincinnati area. Obviously, it's good to be prepared. Absolutely. I'm just going to see when does the storm reach Piera. So like I said, obviously right now, we're still a little bit ways away. This system is tracking its way eastward. It's going to take a little bit of time before it reaches the land there. But once it does, we'll let you know. Anyway, so here's the thing. So they just now downgraded that one in particular cell we were watching here in northeastern, or sorry, I should say east central Iowa, towards Wilton, portions of Walcott, portions here of Marysville. This is still a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here for the next 30 minutes, in effect here until our time, Eastern time here, 10:30. But for the local time zone, this will be in effect here until 9:30 Central. So, but anyway, so yeah, about 30 minutes ago here in regard to that, regardless of the time zone, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as golf ball size hail. So 1.75 inches is equivalent to golf ball size hail. 60 miles per hour is considered severe. That is considered severe hail, which that is something that we are definitely going to you have to watch out for. It's not only the possibility of some hail, but the possibility of maybe some damaging wind gusts as well. Let's see here. Bug says, thank you for doing this live stream, Andrew. You're very, very welcome. Like I said, guys, I've been absolutely busy all day long. I got back from a trip earlier. Been on the road for probably 4 hours today, and I hung out there for about 3-4 hours. So I've been gone for a long time. I say about 7 or 8 hours I've been gone. So obviously, I got back here and I went straight to doing this live stream for you guys because I want you guys to be safe. I want to keep you guys prepared. Obviously, I really care about y'all, and I want you guys to be up to date. Okay. So just know if you have any questions, we are going to be here for you. Like I said, we're not doing personal forecasts right now, but like I said, obviously that is what we're looking at there. So anyway, so that's what we're looking at, guys. Let's see. We're going to take a look at around for more warnings. Yeah, we are watching this pretty nasty cluster of storms in northeastern Missouri. Like I was saying, this guy we are watching here at the moment. Like I said, there's a tornado warning that's in place here. We definitely have got to keep an eye on it. Like I was saying, Memphis, portions of Granger, and Gorin. You guys have a tornado warning that's in place here. And but like I was saying, with that being said, you should be inside of your storm shelter or your basement if you have one. If you don't, go to the central interior room of your home. Put as many walls, once again, between yourself and the outdoors as possible. That is going to help protect you, obviously, the most possible. So, anyway, so we are going to keep an eye on it. We're definitely going to watch this closely. And, if anything crazy does happen, any updates on this, we'll let you know. As of right now, this is still a radar-indicated threat. Basically saying, okay, so the radar has picked up rotation, but right now we have no confirmed reports that the tornado is on the ground. So as of right now, there could be a tornado on the ground, but like I said, obviously right now we have no indicator that there is. So that's still going to need to be watched here, as we are seeing some pretty, as we have been seeing some pretty decent rotation. But once again, the radar is very, very far away from this in particular storm, so it's kind of a little bit iffy though. Anyways, but that's kind of what's going on there, guys. That is indeed what we are currently talking about. So now would be a good time to say, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, my friend. We greatly appreciate it, guys. We are on the road now to 7,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for all your support, y'all. It's greatly appreciated. We broke 6,100 subscribers today here. It's nuts. It's actually really, really nuts here. So once again, thank you so much. Our goal is going to try to get to 6,150 by the night is over. We are about, let's see, about 20 or 30. Let's see, I'm trying to get this right. 22 subscribers away. Yeah, we're 22 subscribers away. So if you're not already, guys, we can make this happen. Consider hitting that subscribe button, my friends. It'll help push this out a lot more, help attract more, obviously, YouTube to push out our videos more, helps get more people in here. And obviously, with that being said, maybe we could potentially save some lives. You guys can help save lives by subscribing to the channel and share it with your friends and family. That is what we can do there. Anyways, my friends, we are watching another update. We're going to go through these storms here once again. We are currently watching a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions here of east central Iowa. We are currently paying attention to this guy. Now, this is a pretty nasty storm. This guy does have the potential of producing some pretty nasty consequences here. Like I was saying, towards Wilton, portions of Durant, Walcott, portions here towards Marysville, Bluegrass. We are actively watching ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that remains in effect here for the next 25 minutes until 9:30 local time here in the central time zone, 10:30 if you're following in the eastern time zone like I am, for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which, some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, but look at this. Maybe some large hail up to golf ball size. So golf ball size hail, wind driven by some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, is a possibility out of the storm, which indeed could cause some damages to not only vehicles, but houses, livestock, all kinds of agriculture, all kinds of stuff can be indeed impacted by this thing in particular. So we are going to watch this here very, very closely. So we are going to keep an eye on it. Like I said, obviously we are going to keep things updated here for you guys. We're going to continue watching this. Once again, for the people just now joining, we do have an active tornado warning that is in effect. Wow, that rotation is really kind of kicked off there. You guys can see it right in there. That's some pretty strong rotation that's ongoing here. But anyways, we are watching a active tornado warning that is in effect here across portions of northeastern Missouri. Like I said, obviously that is what we are talking about here for the most part. But like I was saying, that is kind of what we are watching here for the most part. This is a pretty nasty looking storm here. That's a pretty solid couplet we're starting to see here now. Pretty solid area of rotation you see. Anything on CC, nothing yet. So there is no confirmity, if that's even a word, of any tornado that's on the ground here for the most part. But like I said, we definitely just got to keep an eye on this here. So once again, tornado warning, meaning a tornado is imminent or expected to develop shortly across portions here of northeastern Missouri. And like I was saying, obviously areas that this does include is portions of Memphis, Gorin, portions of Granger, and Rutledge. Yeah. So areas here in northeastern Missouri. Now, like I was saying, this is a tornado warning, meaning you need to get to your shelter now. This is not the time to wait. You need to be in your shelter right at this moment. Like I was saying, obviously, with that being said, go to a basement or an interior room. Obviously, like I said, a basement or a storm shelter is the best place to go to. And like I said, obviously, with that being said, if you don't have, like I said, obviously, if you don't have any of those, go to the central portion here of your home and put as many windows between yourself and the outside as possible. So, once again, yeah, that does look like that is kind of broad. It looks more broad in the latest scan here than the last one here in particular. So, but it is still occurring, which is kind of still interesting here. So we still need to continue watching this here very, very closely. So you can see really how that has evolved there over the last few scans. Yeah, it looks like it's pulling a lot more outbound winds here. You can see more of that red starting to pop up there. It looks like it's starting to pull a little bit more outbound winds, more winds moving away from the radar view. So, hey, that could be something we might need to watch out for. Let's go ahead and see here. My mom has COVID, says Bug. Well, that's not good. Obviously, prayers goes to her. Let's see here. I want my family to say thanks for helping. You're very, very welcome, Bug. Got you covered. And it's like I said, always, guys, we're going to be here for you as much as we possibly can. Like I said, we were not able to be live here for y'all today earlier because I was very, very busy, with being away from my computer, being well out of town. And honestly, like I was saying, my friends, honestly, I'm pretty tired. I really, really am. So I don't know how much longer we are going to do live stream, coverage today. Now, this event will come into tomorrow as well. We are seeing the possibility of this event crossing into tomorrow. Like I said, we have ourselves a risk for severe storms across the northeast, so that is we are watching out for. Larry wants to know, did any tornadoes happen? So, here's the thing. We take a look here back towards at the Storm Prediction Center view. As of right now, according to reports, we have an absolute number of, if I can even pull them up here, let's see. So obviously today being the 18th. So as of now, I'm not seeing any reports of tornadoes. I'm not seeing any reports as of now. But like I said, obviously that could change. But we'll definitely keep an eye on here. So But once again, like I was saying, my friends, this big old purple block that you see right on my screen right now, that is a tornado watch that is in effect here. Basically saying, okay, so with a tornado watch, it means that there's not immediately a tornado danger, basically. It means that the conditions later on down the line are favorable. It means the conditions are favorable for the development of a few isolated tornadoes. So that's something we need to watch out for. But like I said, we do actually have a tornado warning, meaning a tornado warning is saying, okay, hey, this is immediate danger. This means that we need to take action now. Warning means a tornado is expected. Watch means that tornadoes are possible around the area, if that makes any sense. So you guys should know the differences between the two. But like I was saying, a tornado warning is in effect here across portions of northeastern Missouri for the areas here of Memphis. Once again, this is Memphis, Missouri. This is not Memphis, Tennessee. Just I don't want to confuse anybody. Memphis, Missouri, tornado warning for portions of Gorin, portions here of Rutledge, basically just south here of Granger here for the most part, and east of Queen City. Pretty far just east of Queen City for the most part. So anyways, we got to watch out for that, guys. The possibility of a tornado. Over the last few scans, we have indeed been watching a little bit of an area of rotation that's been happening. Quite strong, but broad. It's quite large rotation, but it's quite broad as well. It's quite large, and it's moving pretty quickly. So with that being said, though, this is also scanning very, very high up. I mean, we don't have any close radars to this in particular storm, which kind of sucks. But anyways, in regard to that, there's also the possibility of maybe even some large hail out of the sky as well, up to 2 inches in diameter, which that is equivalent, I believe, to hen-size egg, or hen...
The time is currently 9:08 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Okay. Let me try to rephrase that. So that is equivalent to, okay, 2 inches in diameter is equivalent to egg size, hen egg size, not hen size egg. Okay? I can't believe I even said that. But anyway, so yeah, obviously in regard to that, you know the eggs you cook for breakfast sometimes? There you go. That's the size of, that large egg. That's about the size of some of these hailstones could be possibly out of this here. So watch out for that possible tornado, some large hail, as well as even damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour, as there is a severe thunderstorm warning also in effect for these areas there. So that means we got to watch out for it here very, very closely. So we will definitely keep an eye on it. Let's see, another warning here for portions here towards Davenport. So here's the thing. So Davenport, you guys are not inside of this warning as of now. This storm is going to be crossing over you within the next half hour, according to radar estimate. Now, as of now, you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but for areas here just west of Davenport, eventually this could track into Davenport here down the line. For portions of Wilton, portions of Walcott, portions here towards Maryville, as well as Bluegrass, these regions is under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 20 minutes, basically here in effect until 9:30 local time, 9:30 Eastern time, 9:30 Central time. I had to cut myself there. 10:30 Eastern time. So obviously that's what we're looking at there. The possibility of 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and actually, here's the thing: ping pong ball size hail. So you guys know the size of a ping pong ball? Imagine that being solid ice, possibly falling and moving at around 60 miles per hour. So that's kind of a concern there. Definitely another warning we got to keep an eye on here for. All those warnings that we were watching, we did have a few warnings in portions of north central Illinois. Those actually got canceled, which is definitely some good news. Let's see what's going on here. That's a little area of rotation going on here towards Sterling. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on this, guys. It does look like, let's see, I always thought it was Davenport. It could be. I'm just very bad at pronunciation, as you've noticed, even with your own specific name. Like I said, sorry about that. I'm horrible when it comes to that. But yeah, so that looks like an area of rotation. That's something that we need to... That's something we definitely need to watch out for. That could be something we need to watch. That could that actually looks like a pretty decent area of rotation. I'm not gonna lie, towards Sterling, that is what rotation looks like on radar. So that is going to need to be watched closely. As you may have noticed, I checked correlation coefficient right under that area. It does not appear to show any drops in values here, which is good. If we see any drops, that could indicate the possibility that we could possibly be seeing. We could possibly be seeing maybe some an active tornado on the ground. But right now, we don't have that. Not be surprising, though, if we did. Let's see, that rotation does go up there with elevation, too. They're scanning pretty high. It would not be surprising if we got a tornado warning being issued soon for Sterling, Nelson, and Harmon. You guys are not currently under a tornado warning, but I'd say it would not be surprising if we did get one that got issued soon. At least according to the latest scan, it definitely does appear that we are seeing the possibility of some strong rotation that might be ongoing there across the way. But once again, speaking of, obviously, like I said, speaking of tornadoes and tornado possibilities. We actually have a warning, a tornado warning that is in effect across portions here of northeastern Missouri. Like I was saying, for portions of Memphis, Missouri, not Memphis, Tennessee. Like I said, obviously that's what we're saying here. So, like I was saying, so Memphis, Missouri, portions of Gorin, portions of Rethridge as well. This is for obviously a possible tornado, maybe some large hail up to 2 inches in diameter, basically up to egg-size hail. Something we got to watch out here for. Let's see, Aaron, you're being a good egg for keeping us informed and safe. This is Proxy. Thank you so much, Proxy. Let's see here. Got to try my neighbor again. He's older to be back. Sounds good. Yeah, keep everyone safe, guys. I'd like to see that. I want you guys to be safe out there. Let's see. Self-Care says I'm dozing off to sleep in a good way. These streams are relaxing. Well, thank you so much there, Self-Care. Glad to have you here, my friend. And if you fall asleep, I hope you have a wonderful night. Anyways, so another update, guys, on this one storm here towards Davenport. That's ongoing here in east central Iowa. We are watching an active severe thunderstorm warning for areas of Wilton, portions of Stockton, Walcott, Maysville. About 16 minutes to go before this does get, obviously, 16 minutes to go, basically, before this does get canceled here, except for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as the possibility of, ping-pong ball-size hail. So that's something you got to watch out here for. But like I was saying, though, we got to watch out for that one cell we were just looking at there. I said, what was it, towards Sterling? It appeared that we did have a bit of rotation that was actually ongoing there. Let's see here. Sterling is a little bit messed up there on the way to scan. So, yeah, you can obviously tell, like I said, right there towards Sterling, radar's a little bit iffy now. Yeah, there's a bit of contamination here on the radar's perspective. But anyways, regardless, though, there's a big old ring. But anyways, so we still should watch out for that. I mean, even though radar views is not really the prettiest right now. So we're going to keep it on it, y'all. We're definitely going to watch this closely. Let's go ahead and see here. I don't have no clue how many tornadoes we've had today. Yeah, me either. I don't think we've had any. I don't think there's anything that's been reported, which is good. Galaxy says, so apparently Reed is in a tornado near Memphis. Like I said, this is not Memphis, Tennessee. This is in Memphis, this is in Memphis, Missouri. So obviously that's kind of what we are watching here. Let's see. Okay, still radar indicated on my end. It's still basically radar indicated. It's not confirmed yet. But you said Reed is in a tornado. This is actually a tornado on the ground here, according to Reed. But that's what I'm hearing from, that's kind of what I'm hearing from Galaxy. But let's see. I'm not seeing any confirmation here. Like I said, I have horrible ground coverage over here, y'all. Unfortunately, where this tornado warning is at is very, very bad because it does not show any. Yeah, honestly, it just really does not show any good data coming through. With velocity, you can see is all kinds of messed up there. Anyways, but that is indeed what we are watching here. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on this here, y'all. Once again, Memphis. This is not Memphis, Tennessee. This is Memphis, Missouri. Portions here of Gorin and portions of Rethridge. Those are active tornado warnings here. Okay, there we go. Not surprising, a new severe thunderstorm warning has gotten issued for portions of Davenport. Let's see, for portions of the way here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is the only concern for damaging winds. You can kind of see right there where that little highlight is. That's kind of where we are seeing a big possibility of maybe some of those damaging wind gusts maybe getting up to 60 miles per hour or so. If we look here at the overall radar view, you can actually see some of those exceeding maybe even up towards 70 miles per hour. So not necessarily be surprising if that does get issued for maybe up to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. I mean, like I said, obviously damaging winds is a concern as well. But anyway, so Davenport, portions here towards Paranorma Park. I think it's what that was. Riverdale, portions here of Moline. Let's see here, East Moline or Moline. Portions of Carbon Cliff. You guys are actively inside of this severe thunderstorm warning. As far east here is Cleveland. Green Rock. Far north is LeClaire. So that is indeed what we are watching here for the most part. So once again, my friends, we got to keep an eye on it. Pretty nasty storm that is ongoing across the way. So we will definitely continue to watch this here. But anyway, so that is kind of what we are watching, my friends. That is indeed what we are seeing. Now, like I said, I do plan on ending the live stream, guys, here relatively soon. Like I said, I had a really long day today. I'm planning on heading off here at around 10:30, my friends. So that's in about 13 minutes or so. So I just want to go ahead and give you guys a little heads up. We've been live here for about over an hour and a half at this point. I feel like that's good enough to give you guys an example of what we could see today. The significant risk that actually got canceled, which is good. But like I said, I just had a long day today. I woke up really early on like 4 hours of sleep, and I went a 2-hour drive down towards Bowling Green from Louisville. 2-hour drive back. Did some things down there, and obviously I'm just beat. And plus, talking a lot. Believe it or not, talking does wear you out. If you talk specifically for over an hour straight, oh my gosh, it will indeed get to you. But honestly, like I said, I just got home. I went straight to my computer and prepared for it. I really haven't even got a chance to relax because of everything. So. Obviously, with that being said, we just got to keep an eye on it. This guy, okay, this one cell just south of the tornado warning. This guy is actually, for now, tennis ball size hail towards Bering, north of Edna. But anyway, so that is kind of what we're looking at there. But like I said, I would love to be here for the whole entire thing, my friends. But like I said, it's been an absolutely long day. My girlfriend's down here. There's a lot of things. But like I said, obviously, I want to be here for you. I really want to. I want to be here as much as possible. So... but anyways, we'll like I said, we'll continue to give you guys coverage here for a little bit longer. Like I said, for about 10 more minutes or so. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Let's go see. Jenny sent us a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, there, Jenny. Really appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, once again, big shout out goes to obviously Jenny as well as Proxy. You guys are awesome. Proxy today has donated over $250, which is nuts. I think it was $270. So once again, Proxy, if you're still here, thank you so much for all your support. Greatly appreciated here. Yeah, definitely means a lot to me. Honestly, you've helped out the channel in so many ways. You've allowed us to afford, a lot of stuff here for the channel, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Speaking of, Proxy with a $50 super chat again. Are you serious, Proxy? St. Andrew, thank you for all you do to keep us safe. Please know how much you are appreciated. Proxy, you really do make me feel appreciated. Thank you so much for that, Proxy. That is seriously crazy. Wow. That is actually really nuts. So once again, Proxy, thank you absolutely so much. I know I say this every time, but honestly, I really truly do mean it, you guys. Thank you for your support. Honestly, just you guys hanging out with us is more than enough. I want you guys to know that. Just know you don't have to donate, okay? Obviously, just know that. Save your all's money. But obviously, it really does help us out. And once again, big shout out. Thank you so much, Proxy. Really appreciate it. You too, Jenny. Thank you so much for that. But anyway, so like I said, we're just going to keep an eye on it, y'all. We are definitely going to keep an eye here for the next few minutes. Like I said, we are going to head off here relatively soon. We have a tornado warning that isn't effective for 24 minutes to go. We're definitely going to watch out for this guy. Once again, Wethridge, portions here towards Gorin. Basically just south, relatively south here of Arbella. South of Granger for the most part. This is an active tornado warning. Now, I heard some rumors that we are seeing. Obviously, I am hearing some rumors that we are having a tornado on the ground here. That's what I've heard in our chat. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard that Reed might be on a storm, or is in the storm here, and obviously, might be causing some, there might be an active tornado on the ground here. But regardless, you are in a warning. You should still be inside of your shelter, regardless. As of right now, it's still a radar indicated threat. Basically, still the same. It's basically just. Like I said, it's still basically just picked up by radar, but as of right now, it's not publicly confirmed for what I understand. I've heard some rumors, but we'll see how that does play out there. Listen, see, Andrew, thank you for your time, says Jenny. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. That's what I'm here for. Jenny says, we love you. Love you too, Jenny. Thank you so much for that. Julie says, you aren't far from me. You need to sleep too, though. Thanks for the sacrifice, but please don't neglect your own physical health. Yeah, Julie, like I said, obviously, I want to be here for you guys. I mean, honestly, if it's my health versus everyone else's, obviously I want to help as many people as possible. So I really don't care. But like I said, this day has just gotten way, this day has been absolutely long. I really need to relax today because, even yesterday I went down to Louisville, and then today I went all the way down to Bowling Green. So I've covered several hundred miles in the last 2 days. It's been nuts. So obviously I'm kind of drained. Not gonna lie. Plus not much support, or not much sleep. I don't know why I said support, but not much sleep, basically, which really does suck here. So we're going to watch out for this, guys. Once again, tornado warning here that is currently in effect here. Like I said, recently we just got a new warning that got issued for portions of Davenport. This is an active severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions of east central Iowa and the portions of northwestern Illinois. So that's definitely... definitely something we got to watch out here for, including portions of Interstate 74, as well as portions here of Interstate 80. It's a possibility of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as quarter-size hail. Now, I'd honestly say here, we could be seeing maybe nearly 60 to 70 miles per hour winds, according to a few of those scans. it's looking like it's some pretty nasty wind gusts could be a factor out of these guys. So that is kind of what we are talking about here. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it, y'all. We'll definitely watch this here very, very closely, and we'll see how this does. Play out here, and obviously if if anything crazy happens here over the next little bit, I'll keep you guys informed as much as possible. But like I said, obviously we are seeing ourselves. Or we're going to be heading off here in about 7 minutes or so. So once again, guys, we're planning on heading off here relatively soon. Like I said, as much as I really want to, I want to be here live as long as I possibly can. But like I said, I feel like we've given a good idea of what you could expect for today, where you could expect it. Like I was saying, our overall severe weather threat here for today is across portions of the Midwest. Now, it's possible that down in time we could see a possible watch be extended into some of these areas here across portions of Illinois. So that's definitely something to watch out here for. So we'll watch it. Let's go and see here. Don says, will the storms weaken as they enter Indiana overnight? They should. They should, for the most part, start to kind of isolate, maybe weaken it a little bit more. Not as crazy as they are expected across portions of the way they are now. Yeah, so that's possible they could weaken by the time they do start to get towards Indiana. It'll be later on tonight, though. Past midnight hours, they'll be in Indiana. Yep. Yeah, these storms are definitely very, very late to the game, that's for sure. Let's see here. Jenny says, peace, everyone. All right, thank you so much, Jenny, for being here. Once again, thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Megan says, I tried to do a super chat, but my card declined. Megan, don't worry about it. Please save your money, okay? Please save your money. Kevin saying, he said he saw easterly winds and westerly winds, so it could have been a tornado that he was in. I don't know. I'll listen more for that information here in a little bit, but obviously if anything pops up, we'll let you know. But yeah, once again, Julie says, thanks for the support, Proxy. Absolutely, Proxy. Thank you so much for that. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, let's go ahead and see here. Got ourselves. Megan says, I'll go give Courtney or Arctic a hug for me and get some good rest. I will. I'll definitely do that. Actually, I did earlier. I remember you said to. Let's go and see here. Thanks. We'll sleep better because of you. Rest well. This is Don. Well, obviously, you too. Thank you so much, Don, for joining us here for today. Thank every single one of you all for being here for today. Tornado warning. It does look like it just got updated. Now out of Memphis. Okay, this is just now across Rutledge. Rutledge. Oh my God. I said this perfectly before. Now I can't say it. Rutledge. Okay. We're just going to go by that. Go Rin portions here just south of Granger here. That's currently where this is at right now. So we're going to keep an eye on it, though. You actually keep an eye on it here for the next little bit. It's like I said, once again, it's about to expire here in about 20 minutes or so. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Like I said, Davenport, you're currently seeing ourselves a bit of severe thunderstorm action that's currently ongoing here at the most part. So we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, we are seeing some pretty large hail as well. That's definitely... obviously some hail is kind of the main concern. So today's threat is obviously hail, followed by damaging winds, and obviously that tornado threat not far behind it. But luckily, we got that tornado. That 10% significant threat was kind of unneeded, honestly, which is good. And like I said, obviously that got downgraded. So there's no longer a 10% significant threat for tornadoes, which is great news. It's definitely good. It's definitely good to hear. So, definitely is really, really good, my friends. So here we go. So yeah, we're heading in towards the end of the live stream, my friends. I tell you what we're gonna go ahead and do here. So here's the plan. So like I said, obviously we have ourselves. My girlfriend's down here hanging out with us. We haven't been able to do too much. Tomorrow there is the possibility of a little bit of severe weather across the northeast. Not as crazy as forecasted for today as today was. So that's good news. A few storms across portions of eastern Ohio, all the way up into portions of New Hampshire. It's possible. Now, in regard to other things here, like I said, in regard to other things that's going on here, we have ourselves Fiona, which is not looking good. That's where all the flash flood warnings. Oh my gosh, look at that! Holy hell, that's actually really, really crazy. So look at this. So this actually shows. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and zoom into this here really quickly. This says basically 10 and 15 inches of rain has already fallen. Can you believe that? 10 to 15 inches of rain has fallen out of that storm there. This is in Puerto Rico, by the way. Wow, that is nuts. That is actually really, really crazy here. Let's go and see here. April saying thanks to all the mods, too. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Jenny and Megan, thank you all so much. Let's go ahead and see here. Let's see here. Thank you, April. Always definitely makes me want to work harder. Well, thank you so much, Megan. Let's see here. Karen says, thank you, Andrew, for all you do. You're very welcome. Get some good rest. God bless you. You too, Karen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's see here. But yeah, that's actually really, really crazy to look at. So that's where all the flash flood warnings are. That's actually really, really crazy. Now, I love how the whole entire island, I guess you would call it. Yeah, I love how the whole entire island has these flash flood warnings except for this one right here. Like, so this little section out of the whole entire area there. Uh-oh. Okay, we got some new information. Oh, they just issued a severe thunderstorm watch. There you go. Okay, we're going to listen to this, and then we're going to head off, you guys. I know it's a bad time to head off. It really, really is. I'm sorry. I've just been so busy, guys. There's so much stuff I've been working on. I've just been all over the place. Okay.
Until 4 a.m. Monday. This watch includes the following counties: Illinois, Fulton,
expires at 5 a.m. Eastern. We're not going to be live during that.
Peoria, Stark, Caswell, and Woodford. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means
it's across Illinois. I had a feeling they would.
of severe weather, including large hail.
Yeah, I had a feeling they would take out St. Louis too. Hey, I was pretty accurate on that. You got to give it to me.
While severe weather may not be imminent,
Kind of called it too.
remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to know weather.
What's going on with my radio?
Commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Okay, there you go.
You're listening.
Okay, so there you go. So I'm going to turn it down here, my friends. Anyways, y'all, thank you for joining us. Let's go and see here. Do I think we could see an upgrade for Pennsylvania tomorrow? I would say it's possible. We have a large enough risk area to possibly upgrade somewhere there and there, but it also depends on models and what they forecast and what kind of conditions we're seeing here. Observation, satellite imagery, obviously models is kind of a main thing. So depends on what the models have to say. Depends on the agreement, stuff like that. Anyways. Let's go ahead and see here. We've got ourselves Proxy saying, Andrew, gets lots of rest, enjoy your downtime, and tell your girlfriend we're nice to you. Absolutely, Proxy. I will. Thank you so much, friend. You really, really are. You've absolutely made my night tonight, Proxy. You've really helped us out in so many ways. So thank you by my heart once again, Proxy. Also, like I said, obviously, Proxy for helping us out, as well as Jenny. Thank you so much for that. You guys are the best. Alrighty, my friends, that's going to do it here for tonight. Like I said, I'm terribly sorry we have to end it like this. I'd love to be here during the whole entire thing, but this is going to continue well past the midnight hours for several hours to go. So, like I said, I've been really busy too and all over the place. So, thank you all so much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and switch on over here to the ending screen to go ahead and wrap up the coverage here for today. We did do a live stream earlier, without me, but we've been doing like this non-commentary live stream earlier, so at least you guys got a little bit of a gist of what was happening there, and obviously with this live stream here. But anyways, my friends, thank you all so much for joining us. Once again, it's an honor to be here for y'all. It's an honor to keep you guys informed, to keep you guys safe and stuff like that. So just thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night here. Let's see here. Thank you, all fam. You too, Jenny. Thank you so much. Proxy says, my honor, Andrew. Proxy, thank you absolutely so much. Let's see. Bug says, thanks, Andrew. Bless you all. Bless you and all. Yeah, you too, Bugs. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it, my friends. Alrighty, you guys. Let's go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll try to catch you guys tomorrow because I have a busy day tomorrow as well. Believe it or not. So, I'm going to try to do something tomorrow. I don't know if it's a live stream or if it's a video. I'm going to try to do something for you guys. Alright, my friends. Thank you all so much for joining us. Rain says bye. See you later, Rain. Thank you all for being here. Peace out, y'all.
Currently 9:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, Station WXJ71 in Peoria. The following is a summary of watches, warnings, and advisories in effect. For the WXJ71 listening area, severe thunderstorm watch number 537 has been issued until 4 a.m. Monday for the following counties: Fulton, Knox, Marshall, Mason, McLean, Peoria, Stark, Caswell, and Woodford. At 9 p.m. in Peoria, skies were partly cloudy. The temperature was 79 degrees, the dew point was 71, and the relative humidity was 76%. The heat index was 82. The wind was southeast at 7 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.89 inches and falling. Around central and western Illinois, temperatures were in the mid to upper 70s. At Moline, thunder was reported. It was partly cloudy at Galesburg, Quincy, and Lincoln. It was mostly cloudy at Bloomington, Macomb, Springfield, and Pontiac. At Lakin, it was cloudy. And once again at 9 p.m. in Peoria, under partly cloudy skies, the temperature was 79 and the heat index was 82. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 537, effective until 4 a.m. Monday. This watch includes the following counties in Illinois: Fulton, Knox, Marshall, Mason, McLean, Peoria, Stark, Caswell, and Woodford. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The time is currently 9:32 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, Station WXJ71 in Peoria. The following is a summary of watches, warnings, and advisories in effect. For the WXJ71 listening area, severe thunderstorm watch number 537 has been issued until 4 a.m. Monday for the following counties: Fulton, Knox, Marshall, Mason, McLean, Peoria, Stark, Caswell, and Woodford. At 9 p.m. in Peoria, skies were partly cloudy. The temperature was 79 degrees, the dew point was 71, and the relative humidity was 76%. The heat index was 82. The wind was southeast at 7 miles an hour. The pressure was 29.89 inches and falling. Around central and western Illinois, temperatures were in the mid to upper 70s. At Moline, thunder was reported. It was partly cloudy at Galesburg, Quincy, and Lincoln. It was mostly cloudy at Bloomington, Macomb, Springfield, and Pontiac. At Lakin, it was cloudy. And once again at 9 p.m. in Peoria, under partly cloudy skies, the temperature was 79 and the heat index was 82. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 537, effective until 4 a.m. Monday. This watch includes the following counties in Illinois: Fulton, Knox, Marshall, Mason, McLean, Peoria, Stark, Caswell, and Woodford. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio,